So good evening. We are back again. Another transfer video. There is so much transfer news doing the rounds today. It is absolutely mad. So why don't we cover it and give my little penny's worth, see what you guys are saying as well. Make sure you are sticking a massive thumbs up on the video. All of the socials are here and they're all in the description. Make sure you check all of them out, especially Discord. Big up to everybody who's gone over and followed me on that, and also my Instagram as well. Let's make that grow a little bit bigger this year, and big up to everybody who is following me on all platforms. I do appreciate that. Also, I will be back again at 10 p.m. tonight, and I'll be having a little look forward to what is a massive week for Arsenal, with Olympiacos coming up on Thursday, and then the big one on Sunday, North London derby settings, which reminds me, I am going on Toby's channel very shortly. I'll be sticking that link out on the socials as well. Anyone who follows me on Twitter, the link's already there, so make sure you go and check that one out. But I'll stick it on the community tab as well, and we're gonna have a little preview of that game on their channel. And yeah, kind of worried if I'm honest, but we'll leave that for that video. But we are linked with a Kieran Tierney backup, and any of you that know your football will have heard of this guy. You'd know of him, and you would have seen him play for Aston Villa. And that is a guy who is currently in the last 6 months of his contract at Marseille, and that is Jordan Amavi. He is available on a free signing this summer, and he's 26 years old. And like I said, he's out of contract in June. Arsenal and AC Milan, sorry, are both interested in signing him. Now, this is doing the rounds in French media. It's doing the rounds in the British media. And he used to play for Aston Villa quite a few years back now. I think it was 2015. And he then went on loan to Marseille after 48 appearances for Aston Villa, which basically was just a massive flop. And he went on loan. He then signed permanently for them. He's played over 100 games, got to the Europa League final in 2018. But this season, he's just been riddled with injuries. He's only taken part in 11 games this season, which totals 741 minutes. And I've got some more stats here. He's got 11 tackles in them games, 10 fouls, 326 passes, 1 goal, and 9 of his 11 tackles he's won. So tackling accuracy, he's pretty damn decent. But this is where I have an issue with this. Obviously he's grown up a little bit now. He's 26. He's going to come in, if we sign him, as second fiddle to Kieran Tierney. And is he good enough? That's what I want to ask and put out to you guys. I don't watch French league football. I'm not going to sit and pretend that I'm one of these people that knows every single player in every single league, and I've got 25 screens on Saturday afternoon and I'm watching every player in every different league and I'm an expert, because I'm not. I don't know how people seem to think that they can do that and blag it and wing it, but listen, each to their own. I don't really know a great deal about him, apart from when he did play for Aston Villa. I do remember him being a massive flop, and I do remember thinking, Jesus Christ, what is going on here? I don't watch him and haven't watched him ever since. So anybody who can give me a bit of info on how good he is, and whether he is an adequate backup to Kieran Tierney, because listen, we've got Sead Kolasinac still on the books. Let's not forget that. He probably will be coming back, although there is a lot of reports suggesting that we're going to get rid of him and he's going to go on reduced wages. So he's going to take a little pay cut to stay at Schalke. Let's not forget, he does have 1 year left on his contract. After this summer, he's going to go into the final year of his contract. So Kolasinac, we could probably get a tiny little fee for him. We can get his big wages, over 100 grand a week off the wage bill. This guy is free of charge. He's not going to command massive wages, but where I have an issue with this is that Kieran Tierney, as much as I love him and I think he should be captain of the football club, he does get lots of niggly injuries over the course of a season. And that's where you then need an adequate backup to come in and do a job and fill that spot. Is this guy the guy that can do that? Because when we haven't got Kieran Tierney in our team, we're a completely different team. You know, we've got no attacking threat down that left-hand side. Defensively, I think we look a little bit more shaky. And I'm not so sure that this guy is going to be good enough, if I'm honest. But like I said, I don't watch him. So that's just me taking it on an assumption and off of what I see about 6 years ago when he was playing for Villa, which wasn't great. So I don't know whether we should be signing him. Like I said, it is a cheap and cheerful option, which is what Arsenal love to do. They love a cheap and cheerful one. But is he any better than Kolasinac? Like, Kolasinac's rubbish, as we know, but is he any better than him? You know, I do think we need somebody in that position. I do want to get rid of Kolasinac this summer, and I feel like we need somebody decent in that position to fight Tierney for a spot, not just be the backup, to actually fight Tierney for that spot. Tierney, for me, is class, but I don't want him to be in a position where, a little bit like Leno, really, albeit Leno's been pretty damn decent this season. I don't want it to be a scenario where, you know, Tierney's not got anyone chasing him for that first team spot. It's just oh, well, if he's injured, you step in. Not only that, if this guy does come and he does want to be that, what does that say about him? There's no hunger there. The kid, he's still a kid, really. He's going into his prime within the next couple of years. He's 26. You know, is he going to want to come and sit and play second fiddle? Is he going to want to stay at Marseille? There is a lot of reports saying from different outlets that they are going to offer him a 3-year contract. But you know what it's like when these players go down to the last year of their contract. They love that little carrot that you dangle of, oh, you can have a bigger wage if you come to us. And I'm not so sure. I think there's a lot better options out there for the left-back position. We did look at Ryan Bertrand the other month in January. That's somebody who I think is pretty decent. I don't think he's amazing, but personally, I would take Ryan Bertrand. Not so sure whether I would have done in January, but I didn't expect us to then go and bin out Kolasinac and be left with no left back. So, yeah, now potentially Bertrand could be an option. There's a few other players over different leagues that you could look at. You know, there's some in Spain, there's some in Italy. There's some good players out there, and I want somebody that's going to come in and actually make the squad better. Is this guy going to make our squad better? If it's a case of him or no one, then yeah, obviously it is. But if there's other options on the table, which I believe there is, you know, there's a young lad in Spain called Gaia. That geezer's class. Bring him in. Get him in. Make him fight with Tierney for that spot. We have a lot of games over the course of a season. I suppose that obviously for next season depends on whether we qualify for Europe. Because if we don't, that probably chops away, at least 6 group games, knockout stages. So it's going to probably chip away about 12 games, perhaps, at least 10. If we have to qualify, then obviously there's a few more as well if we go through the qualification rounds, plus the League Cup games. So there's going to be chances for some of these players to play. But I want somebody who's going to be right up here, that's in the pomp of their career, rather than a guy that's kind of lost his way since his move at Aston Villa. And albeit he was kind of young back then. I think he was 19 when he signed for him. But anybody who does watch Liga, please tell me whether he's any good, because I don't watch it. And I'm just assuming assuming that he ain't, based on what I witnessed a few years back. But free signing, we could do worse, but we could definitely do better. And I want us to do better, because at the end of the day, like I said, Kieran Tierney's missed a lot of football this season. That's the thing that he's had over his career. He does get a lot of injuries. I want a proper left-back in there. But does a proper left-back join Arsenal knowing that Kieran Tierney could be the #1 for the whole season? It's a tough one, but this is what these people get paid multi-millions of pounds to do, is make the tough decisions within the transfer window. So Edu better have his thinking cap on this summer, and we better pull out a proper left-back. On that bombshell, leave it all in the comments and let me know your thoughts on Jordan Amavi. Would you take him at Arsenal? Is he any good? And can he challenge Tierney for the first team spot? I'm not so sure. And I'll be back again at 10 o'clock this evening with Tom, and we'll be having a little look forward to the Olympiacos game on Thursday, and then the North London derby at the weekend. So plenty more to come, and I'm out of here.